Every great collapse begins with a promise. This will change the world, they said. It will free us from work. The future is finally here. And yes, the future did arrive, but as always without asking, without fixing anything, and with far more questions than answers. We now live surrounded by tools that feel like magic. Models that write, paint, code, mimic voices, answer questions, draw dreams. But scratch that surface of wonder, and you'll find something else entirely. People using artificial intelligence to generate memes, cheat on homework, or simulate conversations with celebrities. A world with near-divine power in the palm of its hand, used like a TikTok filter with an academic accent. Welcome to this episode of 277 Broadcast, where we confront the delusion that AI is the threat. Because AI is not going to destroy humanity. Humanity will surrender first. Not because machines are smarter, but because we're too eager to give up thinking. What we face is not a war between species, but a quiet collapse of effort, judgment, and meaning, fueled by a growing addiction to the shortcut. What we're living through is not a revolution of consciousness. It's a revolution of speed. We don't think better. We just automate what we used to think. We don't learn more. We skim, we summarize. We ask for spoon-fed answers that we never truly understand. And AI doesn't think either. It doesn't know it exists. It doesn't understand the world. It has no intention. What it has is statistical power, massive training, and a stunning ability to simulate coherence. It's a polished mirror of human language, not a mind, not a soul, not a consciousness. But for most people, the reflection is enough. The shinier it is, the less anyone cares that it's just a reflection. The tragedy isn't that AI can do incredible things. It's that the average person no longer wants to do anything that isn't. Why write when you can ask a model to do it in the style of Cortázar but more commercial? Why learn to code if autocomplete exists? Why study philosophy or medicine or architecture when a chatbot can give you a passable version in seconds? The answer should be obvious, because the process matters more than the result. But in this era, the process is treated like an obstacle. Slowness is inefficiency. Depth is elitism. Complexity is a flaw. And that isn't AI's fault. It's a cultural surrender. Willingly, almost joyfully. And now the worst part. Knowledge itself is being simulated. Papers written by AI are already being accepted by fake journals, and by real ones. In 2023, researchers found that 32% of peer reviewers couldn't detect AI-generated submissions in real academic conferences. Students submit theses they don't understand. Doctors use AI assistants without question. Businesses make decisions based on models no one can explain. And no one seems to care. If the document reads well, has nice citations, and doesn't cause problems, that's enough. But that's dangerous, because when a society can no longer tell the difference between real science and polished nonsense, it's opening the door to a new kind of dark age. One with flawless grammar, user-friendly design, and compatibility with Google Scholar. Meanwhile, in another quiet corner of collapse, art is being mourned. Once art was risk. It asked questions. It broke things. Now it's a mood board, a well-crafted prompt, and a neural network trained on 300 million images it didn't create. This isn't about rejecting the tool. It's about recognizing what's lost when everything becomes effortless. When there's no challenge, the result loses meaning. AI-generated art is like machine-made ice cream. Always smooth, always pretty, always the same. Yes, AI democratized creativity, but the way Walmart democratized tomatoes, they all look perfect, but none of them ripen on the vine. And all of this runs on power. Every query, every image, every generated paragraph burns energy. Batteries, water, lithium, silicon, transport, cooling. And the irony is complete. We're burning kilowatts so a teenager can become an anime samurai. Or so a company can publish 500 LinkedIn posts without thinking of one. If that's not an energy dystopia, maybe we've already forgotten what dystopia means. The question is no longer what else can AI do. It's how much longer can we afford to keep it running? Will AI replace you? No. You'll replace yourself if you use it to stop thinking. Because AI is not the enemy. It's a mirror, amplified, decorated, and devastating. And what it reflects is harsh. People with access to infinite knowledge who refuse to use it. Brains capable of deep thought, choosing to copy faster instead. A civilization with the tools to explore the universe, obsessed with writing emails more efficiently. The problem isn't that AI will think for us, it's that we don't want to think without it. If this is true, if AI is a tool and not the villain, then the challenge isn't technological, it's human. Recover your judgment. Reclaim the process. Resist the urge to outsource everything slow, everything hard, everything valuable. Don't reject the tool, but remember why we build tools in the first place: to expand the mind, not to retire it. Subscribe to 277 Broadcast, the only podcast that doesn't use AI to comfort you, but to remind you that if you don't learn how to use it well, it will be the one writing your epitaph. And remember, if a civilization with access to the greatest language models in history uses them to request brownie recipes or write apology texts to their ex, then we don't need AI to destroy us. We'll die out of sheer stupidity.